Hello everyone, we are live. What's this game called? Oh god, I already forgot the name of the game. This is bad. Minute of Islands. I keep wanting to call it Minute for Islands for some reason, but it's Minute of Islands. 1 minute, several islands apparently. Hello Boop. Sexy bastard. Me sexy? Oh my goodness. I'm doing good. It's a I was about to say it's a Monday. It's not Monday. Not a Monday. It's definitely Wednesday. It feels like a Monday. It feels like a an exhausting day. Like things have happened and like they're just gonna start happening again. We're gonna jump into the video GOM. Oh, there was a title screen. Why did it have that not title screen there? Let's see, settings. How's the volume? It's hard to tell the volume with this very like ambient sound. Very not specific. Yeah, I think it's actually as loud as it needs to be. So we'll start a new game. Content Minute is a game that deals with complex themes such as trauma, anxiety, destructive behavior towards oneself and others. Very relatable. This game also uses images and language, which may be triggering or disturbing to some. Mo's journey is her story alone and not intended to be a universal depiction of people affected by these issues. Okay, good. I like those warnings. We'll continue on. Please do not... Yes, okay. And the game is best played with headphones. Well, luckily for you, my headphones are on, and they're also very low quality, so it's probably not even gonna help. Are we starting? What's happening? Oh, was that a loading screen? How many minutes is a minute? It's hard to say. I think it depends on your perception of time.
4 brothers.
That's a lot. Too many.
Safan. Bagan.
Bagan?
Under.
Bakugan. Onda.
And Afla.
There,
Bound
Afla's
by
my
eternal
favorite.
purpose.
Now it's a little loud with the voice and the music now. Title screen didn't really give a good perception of the correct volume that was going to happen here. This looks like, you know, those party games that you get that's like a piece of cardboard with like a clear plastic cover, and you have a marble and you try to make it go through the maze.
Mo.
I don't know what that thing is, but it's cute. Hello, Frog King. How are you? Welcome to the stream.
Mo has learned to sleep under the hissing tubes and the ever-humming chambers. The pumping cylinders give her comfort, the drumming of a job well done.
I'm doing good. A little tired. Didn't sleep much last night. Well, I slept fine. It was just I slept very late.
Nothing startles her more than silence.
Okay, so the thingy stopped, and that is concerning.
There is no rest for the apprentice.
Pumping cylinders give you comfort too. Oh no. Okay, move around, interact with objects, environmental. Okay. Now I just need to, you know, turn the voice down a little bit. That's like that, and then let's maybe a 7. There we go. Photographs. Many are Mo's sister Miri. keepsakes from the surface. So do we not? So do we only venture sometimes on the surface? Down here is not a good place to keep a pet. But we clearly had one at one point. Went to sleep at 5 a.m. last night. I think I was more of a 4 a.m. myself. Drawings, layouts, and blueprints. Oh. Rudimentary tools for most tinkering. Okay. Oh. Draw. Hold DR to draw the Omni switch. It will always point to your next objective like a compass, and it will give you access to the machines of the giants. Okay, so my objective is up. Slightly reminds me of the longing. Well, because it's like underground and it's like slow walking. Not as slow as the longing. The longing was very slow. Yep. Oh, I hate that. Like an organic orifice. Okay. I legitimately didn't think we were gonna jump. I'll B to climb down. Oh my god. Hey.
Mo has done so
I like
much
that she
around
looked
here.
around before she did it.
Repaired and watched and built, but in this deathly silence, she is once more taunted by the one thing she will never be able to do. Their engineering can be studied and replicated, but their strength they selfishly keep.
Happening.
Despite all the wiring and the manufactured tubes, the engines are powered by physical force.
Huh.
But the kind that no mere human could ever muster.
Interesting. Well, I don't really know about the different endings
He
of the
was
longing.
always the
I just
weakest
assumed that
before.
was the ending.
He is struggling to breathe. Even Mo can taste the stale air in her mouth. It seems the ventilation system isn't working properly, but nothing does without the engine.
Visit the observatory and make sure the other three brothers are still functioning. Okay, so these giants, the demigods, fell asleep for a reason, and now everything's not working like it once did. There, okay. Because I was holding the sprint button. We're really just gonna go up to every
Without
breathing
power,
hole
the observatory is not much use.
and just look in it. Use the omelet to reroute emergency power to the observatory. There we go. CRA. Oh. Oh. Eh. Oh, that fights you.
It hits Mo like a punch to the chest. It is all four of them. They all broke at the same time. Failed
Okay.
at the same time. Something grave must have occurred. But what?
Press the surface to investigate. What made the ventilation system shut down? So let's start with the ventilation system. The giants are powering up the engines. The islands are unprotected. This already has like a very grandiose plot very quickly. Like I know nothing and yet I'm like, oh, we fucked. We fucked. Nothing good is gonna happen. Hey, there we go.
Without the veil, the air is too toxic to breathe. And just as Moore feared, the vents have all shut. The poison is kept out, but so is the oxygen. Safan is slowly suffocating, and the other three may have it worse.
Oh. Did something wrong. Not locking on. Oh, I think I don't touch them. Yes, that's it. Okay, now I'm very interested in this whale. It's really pretty. Minute of Islands. That single doesn't look too good. Also, it has a butt. These seagulls look haggard, like they've been through some things. Chapter 1, Safon, the island of Bowen. Don't know if I don't remember the right name.
It shows all 3 purifiers are down, as if more needed any confirmation beyond the spores in the air. This is on you, Safon. Mo grunts. Pray it is not too late for me to fix your mess.
They watched the Take 2 presentation. Restored 3 air purifiers. Fish and potatoes. Mel hasn't eaten today. Who's in here? This is where that smell was coming from. It looks smelly. At least the spores don't spoil the crustaceans. Go to island, it's not far from here. No, really. Mo never has been interested in fishing, sitting around doing nothing. Can't jump down there. Some parts of her uncle's extensive collection, so this is where her uncle lives. Like Mo, those bomb messages never left these islands. Am I missing something? Probably. Wait. There we go. Okay. Oh no.
The smell made it clear. It died a long time ago. And now, the spores are taking hold of whatever remains. A better
That went to
fate than the
seagulls?
fungus eating you alive.
That's why the seagulls are like that, because the fungus is taking over them. Okay, this game just got really dark and I don't like it. No, I actually really like it. Oh god, it just gets worse. Little rat birds. Not gonna have a good time. Tip needs a quick recharge. Oh, I hated that.
Do not worry. I will fix your mess, and I will save our homes. Maul reassures herself.
Sure you want to start your journey and leave? Yep. Let's go. I supposed to be doing something? Nope. Okay. Apparently she drives in reverse everywhere. So I did learn more about that whale. It was dead on the beach, unfortunately. I legitimately was like, that whale is how we're gonna travel from island to island. Nope. It was dead.
Maul shudders. She knows the damage the spores are capable of. The fungus first poisoning the mind, then ever so slowly consuming the body. How it will spoil the verdant soil and obscure the midday sun. Despite all of its dangers, Maul frequently inhales the poison. An occupational hazard, she calls it. A sacrifice others weren't willing to make.
This game's gonna end in a way I don't like it, and I can already tell.
A
Is she?
few violent coughs, a few eerie apparitions, won't keep her from doing her job. After all, she is the bearer of the Omni Switch.
I'm sure that will make sense later.
The island of Beva, once a bustling place, before the Great Exodus, now just a pile of broken things and abandoned ideas. The island hosts the Purifiers, guarding Safon's domain, and not much else anymore.
Well, it seems like this entire world had gone to shit even before this started happening. Like, are there other living beings? So far, I mean, like people. So far, we haven't seen one. We've only have reference to her uncle and her sister, and neither of them have been seen. Oh, this game looks pretty. Hi, Lenny. How are you? This game sure is something. I mean, there was clearly life at one point, but remember. I don't know what this means. Can't do anything with it. I need to. Oh yeah, grab it.
The children used to all come here together. Miri, Maw, their friends, for the seaberry jam, the scarecrows, and the rides. And then the Exodus happened.
Okay, we're gonna learn a lot of bad things. The first of the three are prefers. Okay. Well, there's that. Whatever you call it.
Sea berries fills her nostrils. Or is it a scent lingering in her memories?
Oh, there's a few of them actually. This one was at the beginning. The poison air takes some animals quicker than others. Oh no, is that one dead? That one's dead. I thought it was sleeping. It wasn't sleepy. Need to get over there. Oh. A little jittery there, but we're fine.
Her uncle's estate. He should be inside, with the windows shut and doors locked.
Doesn't look like the doors are shut.
Moore's heart skips a beat. Either the fungus got to him, or he is somewhere out there, fiddling with the purifiers himself.
Years of unopened letters. Mo can relate. The oven's still warm and smells of fresh bread. Someone left in a hurry. They forgot to turn the kettle off. Oh, the cooker off. So many battles, just one seat. Family pictures, only a few with Mo in them. Oh. Her uncle is still waiting for his dog to come back. Oh. Game is gonna get to me. Her uncle's toolbox is missing. Yep, he's out there. Remember.
Moore remembers every one of these masks. The people who once wore them. The lingering memories of people. In one way or another. Now gone.
And her uncle makes scarecrows with them so he doesn't feel alone, I assume. Oh. Okay, I'm going off path. Oh. Oh no, look at that thing. Oh, he's getting taken over. He's still breathing though.
Moore never understood the appeal of bones. To decorate a tourist attraction. It's authentic, her uncle would say. But he'd always dodged the question of whether the bones were from a whale or another large creature.
Okay, that's ominous. But there's no... Is there a place to climb? Oh. Oh. Jump over there. No. Somehow jumped in the door. You didn't think whales had bones? Did you think they were just like too big to have bones? Like, their bones just be everywhere if they did? The game does judder from time to time. I don't know how to get. Am I supposed to come from a different direction? Let's see. Oh, up. Anything here? Well, he didn't die here. Hydrate. Okay, let's hydrate. There's so many details, like I didn't even notice that like taxidermy seagull there. It doesn't want me to go right anymore. She's not okay in the fungus. She says it's just part of her job though. It was like something here. See places you can jump her. Are indicated by that white stuff. I don't know where to go from here. Wants me to go up and left. Can I jump it from this height though? No. And her parka makes her float down. Missing something. Did I forget a mechanic already? Wait, can she crawl through? What's a crawling button? Am I already lost? There's from the left side of the house, maybe. I don't know why I would be able to come up here anyways then. All right. Oh yeah, that seems to be it. Thank you. Oh, the little rabbit things are so sad looking.
Moore's uncle owned this place. He still somehow does. One ride was 2 coins, back when money still meant something.
There's a memory top right. Okay. Just smells like candy floss, popcorn, and frying fat. What remains of the tasty slushies of our youth? Oh. Mel doesn't have a coin to operate it. Oh. I wonder why those jitters happen every once in a while. Okay, that's a purifier, I assume.
The machine looks intact. It is resting, waiting for a spark.
Do I want to go in here? Yes, okay, I do. Hello. Just living my life. Mysterious bubbly brown pulp inside. Yeah, do not try that. Barry the sea berry boy. A hit with the visitors. Oh, right here. Not right here? Oh, wait. Oh. So, wait, do I want to go? Oh, I guess I do want to push it. Is there a reason I want to push this? Oh. There we go. Okay, first purifier. So it looks like there's gonna be 3 for each
The air
island.
still tastes foul,
Maybe.
but the acrid poison is mostly gone. 2 more to go.
Okay. So we're helping. 1 out of 3. Not the trips. It is a signifier if you can climb, but still. I was wondering why they're white. Nothing else here. I guess we're gonna go to the right of the house that we weren't allowed before. One of the machines was there. Oh, you mean this? This just shows where the things are. Or if they're powered. I'm assuming that's what you're looking at. You do have to climb up the white drips. Very curious choice. I guess they couldn't use yellow because yellow is like what like Tomb Raider uses. But they couldn't use yellow because yellow was the color of the spores, I guess. How do we get to the very top? Because there was a memory there. I think most games use yellow because yellow's not really part of most games' color scheme. Well, that's like regular mechanical stuff. I haven't seen a lot of that. Okay, it should get easier to get here now.
He didn't want kids sneaking around, breaking things, or adults stealing things. But more was always welcome here. More was family.
Okay, so now it's time for us to break and steal things. I need something here. There we go. Wait, there have been a lot of seagulls. Do you think this is seagull poop? Oh, we just jumped somewhere I didn't think we were gonna jump. Oh, this is just a wall. It's not an actual, like, inside a building or something.
Moore remembers the heat on her tongue and fingers. as she snuck a taste of the steaming sweet-sour jam. For weeks after,
I thought it was
she'd
chili.
carry a little teaspoon, so she wouldn't have to wash her hands.
Funk has already taken too many victims today.
The old man and his locks, protecting his property, as if a crowd might wander once again. Moore takes in the sour scents of the fermented berries, deeply curious to know their taste.
Wait. Probably fakes, like many of the artifacts on this island. Uncle was a shuckster. Every man needs a hobby. Big game fishing is our uncle's. Can we go down here? I don't think so. Wait. Oh, okay.
The old wood groans, dreaming of past revolutions, resolute to be a solution once more, before turning to dust. I think one more. There we go. Oh, The berry farmer sighs, exhausted from his struggle. Living things are his purview, not machines. So for all his troubles, all his striving to fix the machine, it simply bore no fruit.
I do like that little floating.
Moore frowns, her frustration growing. She warned him not to toy with the machines. Moore's uncle huffs, disappointed at his niece's rudeness. For heaven's sake, was I meant to just watch as the poisonous dust slowly settled around my island?
Gotta get a phone call
He
or
was
something.
meant to stay inside and wait for her to be done. His heroics were simply unneeded. is responding the way that it should. Looks like the old man didn't touch anything important.
Okay. Find the and restart the last air purifier.
Relief washes over her uncle at the sight of her success. Feeling thankful and a little ashamed, he offers some seaberry wine as reconciliation. He hands over his key, a sign of his trust, and asks her to fetch them a bottle of his finest, the one tucked away in the shed.
Okay, now we're talking.
Maybe she is being too harsh on her uncle. He is only trying to help, after all. Moore considers the bottle in her hands and spending a small moment with the farmer. But too many lives are in danger. Too many things are at stake. The glass will simply have to wait.
Okay. The narrator is very soothing.
Moore used to keep little trinkets in this hole, until the day she reached a little too far. Her uncle always laughs as he retells the story of the proudest fish he caught, the Moore.
It's nice not having everything on this island be made out of tentacles and breathing orifices. Just holes. There were too many holes at the beginning of the game. We're calling the lift. Okay. This is where the harder spirits are made. Nothing Mo can use. I feel like I should be able to make that jump. There's surely a memory there. Yes. Okay, apparently no memory. Oh. Too many holes, he says. There was just too many. It made me uncomfortable. We're calling the elevator.
The half-rotten wood creaks in hunger, seeking, ready to devour.
Maybe not be on it. Is it? It is above, okay. Place is filled.
I can take it, she whispers. I just need to keep moving. It's not my first time doing this.
Oh no, Mo. She's having hallucinations again. Oh, yep, right in that way. I thought we were gonna do it and then we were gonna come back and then we were gonna fall in that time. Who put that old creaky wood there? Anyways, what was that for?
A few violent coughs, a few eerie apparitions. She has been sent to these places before.
Are we like in water or are we like in a tube?
She has trained herself to escape. She just has to remember the tune.
Oh. Okay. So it was flower, jellyfish. I'm gonna call the last one star. Flower. Okay, there we go. I think it's supposed to be a sea urchin. Oh fuck. This isn't Mario. Can't just jump halfway across the screen. Oh god. Wait. That can't be good.
I'm okay, she tells herself, but it feels more real than ever.
So that's her. The artwork. Supposed to be in her hallucination. But I'm not sure if we are. Maybe we are? But I think that it's supposed to show that a real fear that one of the brothers is dead. Which means nothing is going to work anymore.
Someone is shouting. I'm okay, she replies. I'm okay. She lies.
Oh, okay.
He is glad that he found her, and he laughs off his worry for now. But unvoiced irritation sticks in his throat. He knows she will downplay it. It is routine now. The arguments they have had on repeat. About her hypocritical ways. How she doesn't wear a mask when she forces others to. How she poisons herself. He settles instead.
Well, that seems a little
with
topical.
just a few words of concern.
Don't we still need to get up? Because yes, don't need to do the last purifier.
Be careful, he smiles. Please come back in one piece. And don't forget to see after your sister. She pretends to not hear him.
Just see after your sister, mean. Like check on her. I was under the assumption that she wasn't around anymore. That she used to be the holder of this staff, and because of what this job pertains, that she is dead. there's the breathing hole.
Bourne and Bever are cleansed, but the batteries won't last. It's time for Zafar to do his part.
Okay, you restart all purifiers on Bava and cleanse the air on Bozenawell. Return to Bowen and network below, and the networks below to awaken that up. I just want to jump off. The music is really good too. It was a tough day for the old man. I need to remember to have that bottle of wine. No, this isn't right. Is it? No. Who's the second one? I'm in that bottle of wine now. No. Maybe let them protect inside their burrows. Probably. Oh, there was a memory here.
Moore remembers the first time she saw the farmer, singing a song as he lit a candle by this tree. She didn't understand what he meant until later. That things are only gone when they are forgotten.
I'm still missing 5 memories. I remember seeing one on the top right, but I don't know how to get there. Okay. Couldn't jump up that, but could just jump up that one, which doesn't make any sense because it's a little bit higher. Oh, right, okay. Yep, all lit. Okay. I'm assuming every island's gonna be like this. Or there's gonna be 3 purifiers. Alphonse engine. All right, the whale. How about that?
With the spores gone, the air is allowed back in, and so is she.
Oh. How do I get up? Over here, right, right. Never been in. Yeah, we saw that. That's what I've been saying. All it.
When they gave her the Omni Switch, they honored and bound her. The human they chose as their apprentice, now tasked to save them all.
Air is breathable again, but you can't leave before Cephalon is awake. Okay. Well, maybe the sister wasn't the wielder of this before. She was the only one.
Eat that bussy. Nom nom nom.
No, this wasn't where he was. Awake yet?
Empty. Somewhere deep in this labyrinth, the power lines are cut.
How did that happen? It leads to the heart of the chamber.
Power should flow through this capacitor, but it's not finding its way here.
Finding close to 2 interruptions in the current.
The fuses blew out. Of course.
Oh. I would have never known that was a fuse. In 2 directions, it is. I'm gonna push it up. I hated those noises. Okay, this is what we started with this game. So now we just come to accept it. Wait, what's that over there? This is where I was before. Yes. Right, okay. No, this wasn't where... Oh, a memory.
What do you think will happen when you leave? Who will take your place? You are staying right here. On these forsaken rocks you call a home.
Someone not want her be the Omni Switch holder? Oh, whoever was saying that was saying you can't leave and die because there's no one to take your place right now. I think that's what they were saying. Why she was never allowed to leave the island after that. down and around.
A death sentence. That's what every plant brought down here will find. Things don't flower this deep underground. They wither. You can feel it yourself, can't you?
I thought this was where I was supposed to go, apparently not. This was a little plus surprise. That's all I needed to do. It sounds so ominous. I don't like it. That does nothing. I see. That was so. I thought once it was in there, it was in there. little bit more exploring. Crawl through.
The brothers may be old, but they are not immortal. And neither are you. What will be left of you when you're gone? Only dust and crumbling bones.
Who is saying this? There was one more door that I haven't gone through. Narrator being kind of mean though. I don't know if it's supposed to be the narrator. Okay, what was in here? No, not this one. There was one below it. This one. Oh, okay. Wait, is this the same? Is this one of the things I did? Yeah, it was actually. Pretty sure it was. Now we're routing the power to the cardiac chamber. It's an intense vibration on this controller when that happens. Need to wake again. Doing what needs to be done. Okay.
Mo takes a deep breath and exhales in relief. She saved Safan from a suffocating slumber, and Bella and Born from a poisonous death.
Visit Haima and awaken Bergon as well. Okay. Hi, Kelsey. How are you? Jumpity jump. You looked like that. The last thing I want to do when I
Saffron
wake up
can't
is
keep this up for
immediately
long.
start working.
Not without his brothers.
Oh, I gotta be up here. No, they all fell asleep at the same time and basically did the same thing. So what happened is the vents closed. And when the vents closed, they weren't getting enough oxygen, so they fell asleep to like conserve, I guess. And that's the assumption anyways. And you have to wake them up to get the power, so you have to purify everything to wake them up so they can continue to power everything. So I'm assuming that one changed to the other island that we're trying to do. I do think one of the brothers is dead, and that's what caused all this to happen. And that's why she keeps having visions of one of them dead. Hello, giant dead whale. Even without the spores, those seagulls, they don't look okay.
A thought is pricking Moore's mind. Check on your sister, her uncle said. Despite the coming fight, she can already see. The coming fight they always have. Moore will have to go home. Not just for Brother Bagon, but her sister Miri too.
I think it was the sister that was saying all the things to her, maybe. The first one we heard, I thought it was telling her not to be this, but I think it's actually the opposite. That she has to be this, and there's no one else that can do it.
The foulness in the air kept Moore from being able to pinpoint the smell. But it's clear now that she has an extra passenger, a hidden creature, smelling of rotting prey and wet fur.
What is that? It's so
Moore
cute.
stares at the creature, assessing its glare. She won't start a fight. She has no time to nurse an injury. It's not even doing anything. It's just sitting around.
I don't know if everyone left. I assumed everyone died. Only like 3 human characters in the entire game. Maybe 4. So far, anyways.
Miri agreed to stay back home whenever more needed to go below. But more and more frequently, the only thing left at home are fights. Miri fails to grasp the importance of Moore's work. Who else could do the things her sister has to do?
Okay, it was definitely not her sister telling her all that stuff.
Moore's sacrifice,
Maybe it was
Miri
just
is just being a
Mo's inner voice. But they were memories, though. These seagulls are not okay. Game is about, so world has gone to shit basically, and there was these giants that power this like underground mechanical, like biomechanical world, and they fell asleep. And when they fall asleep, the air isn't being purified, and the spores will kill everything. And Mo here is the holder of the thing that can save them, the magical wand that saves them. So we need to wake up all the giant brothers, and also like mortality, existential crises, anti-masking. Memory.
Miri has been diligently growing crops ever since Mo could remember. No blight could take her down. She'd always start anew. There would be lines each month for the fresh harvest.
How recently was this exodus? Everyone just left.
Mo can hear the silence under the island's crust. Machines aching, begging her to fix them.
Basically the technician that fixes small problems, but this is the biggest problem. Bats. Won't open until
Mo had always found small spots comforting. Young Mo would squeeze herself into little caves and find their hidden secrets. Few others are interested in such mundane mysteries.
chicken? Chicken! Hit the chicken! Every video game needs a chicken.
Which one are you? Polo? Rudy? Maybe Juno? Miri named
Boyle's
every
just chicken.
but they all look the same to Mo.
I love the idea of just naming this thing, calling a chicken chicken. A chicken. It'll make sense later. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Nobody's living here anymore. Oh, the chickens. So many chickens. The hens should be inside. Their tiny lungs stand no chance against the spores.
Does the world have to end for you to come and visit me? Miri jokes at her younger sister, her sarcasm masking her disappointment. Miri tries to reach through and speaks earnestly. It's nice to see you more. I missed you. And she asks More to come in for stew. But as if unjustly charged for a crime, More defends herself, pushing Miri away. I only came to make sure that you're doing okay. Miri nods. She spent all morning trying to bring her animals inside. She reaches out once more to More. I can help you. I'll get ready and I'll come too. No, More cuts her off. I'm quicker without you tagging along. I got this. You take care of your chickens. They
Yeah, she said chickens with such vile.
Miri snaps in frustration. You used to care. What even am I to you? For More, it's just another confrontation on the island's surface. Another angry outburst from her irate sister, making More long for the calm and dark below.
I agree with the sister on this one.
But for Miri, it is one more ill-fated attempt to get her sister back. If you leave now, I won't be here when you get back. I mean it this time.
This direction. Huh. Oh, we're leaving. Oh, there ain't nothing on this island for us. Yeah, there was a trigger warning at the very beginning that there's mental illness, and very much of that is a big part of this game. This is the kind of game when it feels like when you miss something, if you miss like any part of it, you like are immediately lost.
I won't be here when you come back.
Naylor does a really good job.
How many times has Miri threatened to disappear, not once going through with her word? She always comes around in the end.
The dead clouds. Always a hallucination when we go through them. Wait, where's our stowaway? I haven't looked more into that.
For a moment, Moore regrets not going back to get her mask. But she's never been one for moving backwards. Even in this vision, conjured by the fungus in her lungs, the way out is forward.
Fish first, then plug thing. Oh, the shadow. Got it. Do I need to push the shell all the way over there? What'll be faster? Checking and it doesn't? Or pushing it anyways? Oh no, we can't push it because it blocks from the thing. That island blocks it, the little platform. I don't know if that vision told us anything like the last one did.
The lighthouse that once brought travelers home, trade to these islands,
That noise.
and customers to the tavern, now stands still.
Two air purifiers. Restore both to cleanse out. As you keep going right, the other one is left. And made pottery.
The gate to the lighthouse. As long as Moore can remember, the Lightkeeper was always on duty, saving sailors from the sharp rocks surrounding these islands. But since the Great Exodus, he has been drowning, touching glasses with whatever phantoms are left at that watering hole.
Gotta go to the bar then. Oh, that's a pint. I was like, what is that? It looked like a face to me. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a pint. Seaberry wine from her uncle's factory. Pickles or something. Popular with visitors. We love us some pickles here. Sure, everyone here can agree. Over here. Here's this purifier.
When Heimer's air is cleansed, and Miri has come to her senses, Mo will have some stew.
That one was pretty easy. Which makes me think the other ones would be very difficult.
She remembers playing with his son, how they would swim between the rocks, how his wife would bring them inside and warm them up with a bowl of soup, and her smile. Moore wonders if he remembers too. Only a ghostly murmur from under his mask, and a ghastly stench. A key glimmering in his satchel.
Pickpocket. I'm gonna go downstairs first.
It
Yeah,
was
she
their
ain't gonna
little
be there.
hideout for Moore and the Lightkeeper's boy, secretly nibbling at the reserves, blaming it on the mice.
Historically accurate costumes.
A pungent, bitter, earthy scent, the little remaining proof of the cows that once roamed the islands.
I take armor, family heirloom. Oh. Good luck to you. Broken electrical devices. Oh, memory. There we go. That was supposed to be
Hole in the
minute
floor,
like melody.
too big for one man to fill alone. A gaping maw, slowly devouring both man and lighthouse. And still, he stubbornly refuses to accept anyone's help.
I was wondering about minute because I hadn't heard minute in any other context before other than time. I was wondering, I thought something was stuck. What was that? Skillful drawings and paintings. Do this? What?
A barbed nostalgia sharply tugs at Moore's heart. I forgot how much I missed the sky and stars.
I don't want to know what he does with that.
His wife wouldn't risk losing the boy to the Blight, but he decided to remain this island's lightkeeper, unable to bear losing what purpose he thought he had. So they set sail without a father.
I did leave. Nothing helpful. It doesn't know where he is now. was fine.
A gentle vertigo crawls over Moore's body, the satisfying tingle of light danger. One of her favorite sensations.
Be a freak. Great effect.
Before she left, the Lightkeeper's wife loved to paint.
Oh, so she was the one that made all
always
that.
admired her skill. Her things were left behind in haste, and he never touched them since. Moore takes in a final breath of Leus's air. Much better, she congratulates herself. Now your chickens can come back out, sister.
See if she's still there. I have my doubts. Oh, there's a thing.
She does not expect gratitude from her sister, or an apology, but Moore does expect to be welcomed home. Now that the air is safe to breathe again, Miri must have calmed down and gone to make sure that the stew is still warm. Food is always her way of apologizing.
She ain't gonna be there. They're really hammering it in that she ain't gonna be there. Oh yeah, yeah, right. Gonna do our work first before we get some stew.
Beargun's muscles soon will power these engines again. It is his duty, and his duty alone, to keep the veil over Heimer strong. Moore will make sure he honors it.
In a way. Something. Sure. think they're powered either, just like the last ones. Yep. Chamber. None of them are working. Apparently we're not supposed to start at the top. And that is a top one, okay.
You are beyond these tools now, so primitive and human. You are the bearer of the Omni Switch. But deep down, you know and understand. You are far from worthy of it.
This must be herself saying this to her. Your inner saboteur. Somehow.
Dead things in frames. A petty attempt at preserving beauty. How can you occupy yourself with that? With the lives depending on you?
This is where I was. Yes. Goes up to the tippity top. I feel like I'm missing something about here. Going directly to that one. Can you crawl up the normal way? Not. Well, this must be how to get down. Something I'm missing. to the left, right? Hello to the right. No, okay. I must have just fully missed a room. The line. Keeps going up. Then it goes. Am I missing a mechanic? This doesn't open, but there's really nothing there. This for is to show you. With the thing in it, but help me. You could just jump down. Okay. If there was some white stuff on there, I would have thought that myself, but I did it. I was so confused. Yeah, this is just open. Get down quicker. Where am I? I think I went too far down. gonna wake up. There you go. Get to work, boy. He just living his life. I mean, this is what his entire life is, but he living his life. It's done. Tell your sister. Not where I left. I forgot how I got here.
All the minutes you have squandered and misused for sentimental distractions. How will you make up for everything you have wasted?
No, there haven't been any snacks today. Mainly because I don't have any. Some stew. Oh. All the chickens. Like all of them, though. There's only a couple. Read letter.
Maud doesn't dare to read it. What possible use could reading it have right now? It's all been said, not by the letter or its contents, but by the gemstone left behind.
Mo pocketed the gemstone. Refocus and move on. Okay, so she just left. She gone. She said she would, and she did. Back to the boat. Eating. Don't know the significance of the gemstone, Bill. But he does not need to be going through all this mess. He looked worried there for 2 seconds and then smile just came back. Oh, here we go again.
Annoyed, Mo steels herself once more for the visions. These feverish dreams have never been so frequent, never been so hostile.
I have no idea what these clamps signify. Flower, slug, star. Okay. We're going through it. Go through all the darkness. Whenever we come out of a hallucination, the little stowaway guy is gone.
Moore hasn't seen her grandmother for a while now, but Granny would never make a scene about it. Yet Moore feels anxious stopping by. Not because she doesn't like her. She likes the old woman too much.
Hey, Granny, see, I told y'all, you're the grandma. Chapter 3. Okay, I do think we're gonna stop it here. We'll pick up, I think, what's today? Wednesday. Gotta not stream tomorrow because it's not stream day. So it'll be the first time in a week I don't stream. And then we'll pick up DVD Friday and more of this on Saturday. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.